Welcome to Extended Movesets and Competitive Gameplay, a Jump Force Improvement discussion. Now I'd like to remind you of what the controls for Jump Force looks like. We're going to be using that a lot throughout the video, so please pay close attention, and if you need, you can go back to this point in the video to take a look at the controls once again. Now the current game mechanics are fine, they're good, they're solid. However, I still feel it needs a bit more. Now just adding an extra move option like a standard instant transmission or any additional move won't really solve much. It still would be nice to have though, don't get me wrong. So, I thought a 4v4 gameplay option might spice things up a bit. Now that would be definitely interesting, as you can see on screen right here. That looks very nice and is very appealing to the eye, and it'll definitely be good. Probably have an infinite time limit though. That will most likely work, or else it's just going to end in timeouts. But let's just say that's not an option. We have to work within what we have now, in a way. So I created something that you might find to be interesting that can help out the game competitively and the game's lifespan overall. And that's a desperation move. Here's the definition. A desperation move is a pseudo comeback mechanic that increases the value of team play and team choice in a competitive way without vastly increasing the gameplay difficulty. There are three types of the desperation move. Now, this isn't X Factor or anything like that, or anything crazy. It's a very simple add-on. As you can see, R2 plus L1 is to activate the standard desperation move. Now, there might be an extra move, extra circle, or X, depending on what type we're talking about. We're going to get to that in a second. Now these are the desperation move types. 1. Self-sacrifice, ally defense, and ally sacrifice. Now I know it seems pretty self-explanatory, but hear me out. At the end of this video, you'll see why we need desperation moves in this game, especially with these types and what it will bring to the overall game. But first, we must understand the rules and limits that makes these desperation moves work. Now here we go with the rules and limits. Every character will and must have a desperation move. It's a universal move. Each move will differ with each character. Character can have the same move type, but the animation will be different. That's pretty integral right there. Now here's the most important one to pay attention to. Each character has one desperation move with one type. Can't have multiple moves with multiple types. This is to balance and maintain the goal of variety in gameplay. Starting off with self-sacrifice, main example being Goku. Now, this is a grab that can be performed until success. Meter is not subtracted until the move is complete. Basically, it's a way you can basically add pressure with this type of move. Upon success, you will automatically switch to your next available fighter. needs at least one fighter who is not in cooldown to activate. Then, you have 6 seconds to damage or finish your opponent along with your teammate before the grab is breakable. The move itself costs 2 meters. Your fighter that grabs your opponent will be KO'd after the first hit and won't be available for the rest of that round. Now, with each type, I'm going to show you a scenario in which it will function. Now, let's say for this scenario purpose, earlier in the match, Gon, on your team, used up his Resolute Fist, meaning that he's out for the rest of the round. Now this may be the most optimal time to use Goku's self-sacrifice. Why? To gain an advantage. One of the gains of using self-sacrifice. Now as you can see here, this is an image from Zenkai Battle Royale. It will look exactly like this. So let's just say you dash up to Luffy and press R2 L1, and then your character comes out, Ichigo, do the final attack, killing both their opponent and your teammate. Now I'd like to mention that you take no damage from the Desperation move. So if it hits your Goku, your ally, it just won't hurt you. That's the gains of using a Desperation move. Now let's move on to Ally Defense. This move is a double tag maneuver. The ally stands for 6 whole seconds right in front of you in their own defending animation before falling to the ground. It's a high skill play that requires some timing. The team member who defends can tank about 100 plus chain attack. We'll get to that in a second. It requires a full guard bar to activate instead of meter. It can be activated during the cooldown. If successful, your newly tagged character can go for a counter attack. However, your ally will not be available until the next round. Let's try the scenario. Team Yugi versus Team Vegeta. Now, you're on the cusp of winning, but so is your opponent. And your opponent decides he's about to use Final Flash, and as soon as you see him using it, this is the most optimal time to use Ally Defense with Yugi. Remember, this is a double tagging maneuver. Now here's how it's going to look. Now your character who was guarded can go freely in for the final attack. Not sure if some of you have noticed already, but that move Yuki used was from the anime. And he also used that in the manga. So that's how I decide who gets Ally Defense, as I look closely through the manga. And that's how I also decided Self-Sacrifice and the other one, Ally Sacrifice. Piccolo and Zoro himself will also go great with Ally Defense, as they have both previously used a defensive move similar to that in the manga. And our final type, Ally Sacrifice. No cost. Available from the start of the round. However, you need at least one ally who isn't in cooldown to activate. Once activated, your character can be visibly seen holding up your ally. You can walk and jump with the ally in your hand, but cannot dash or attack. Your ally can be used as an extension of your guard. Your ally can also be thrown at your opponent by pressing the throw button. Ally can be kept as long as you like. However, if you get hit, you drop your ally. When your ally is thrown to the super ultimate, the ally takes full punishment and no damage to you. Let's try one last scenario. Team Toguro versus Team Rukia. Now let's just say Toguro used self-sacrifice earlier in the match. He sacrificed Hisoka to defend off Gon's Resolute Fist. Now, and then a little later in that match, Goku comes in and grabs Sanji and tries to self-sacrifice. Rukia attacks, but doesn't do a lot of damage, meaning that Goku died for nothing. Now Sanji, similar to his Burning Blood counterpart, can't attack against a woman properly enough as he could a guy. So you're gonna need to switch out Sanji with Toguro. Now it's about that time. You wanna land off the finishing kill to Rukia and win this match. It's about that time to use Ally Sacrifice with Toguro. Now here's how it's going to go down. And as you properly sacrifice your ally, it's time to go in for the final kill with Toguro. Now with this specific move type, I imagine every villain using it, but that doesn't mean no hero can use it either. Here's an example of a hero that can use this move. Yup, if you probably guessed it, maybe, Bobobo is a perfect example of this. As you can obviously see throughout the show and manga, he does this shit a lot. So tell me what you think of this Desperation move with 3 different types. Will it help improve the game? Will it make it last longer? Or will it be a temporary thing? Or would you just prefer one move option or even a 4v4 option? My name is Shintone, and until the next confirmation, see ya.